gonna be one of those days. Holy crap. Oh, man. 0.75 second. Woo, yeah. Yeah, well, that's low, so that's not even gonna count. Oh, goodness gracious. Man. Whoa, Nelly! .99. You know, the older you get, the more difficult it becomes to find your front sight post and snap off that shot in the allotted 1 second time. I was out here last week and I erroneously remembered that Rogers range was .50. Frankly, I'll have to go back to the book and take a look real quick, but when I did Rogers range years ago, we had this ridiculously short time frame, and the more I think about it, I think it was actually 1 second flat. Guys, my sincerest apologies. I have a windsock on this camera, as you can see, and there's only so much that it can do. Welcome to my life in Tennessee. Better, 0.97. See, there are varying thoughts on the ready position. There's this one, where your front sight post is right where it needs to be. But this one is a heck of a lot more threatening looking than this one, where this one is, or even my mentor Ken Hackathorn talks about this as a ready position, so that you have never actually brandished the weapon. He actually put this out on a video not too long ago, and I went, never thought about that. Interesting. Let's give it a try. Now for the 1 second drill, you're not going to make that time unless you're just flat out throwing that shot. I mean, you could do it on something big, you know, on a large target like that, but on a tiny target, you will be hard pressed. Guys, this is a far cry from where I was last week. Last week I was throwing shots left and right because it's been about 5 months since I came out here and worked dedicated drills with just my everyday carry handgun. And I was finding myself missing shots. That's not a particularly difficult shot. Even on a timer, that's not a particularly difficult shot. If you know how to find your front sight post and get the hit, and you know the mechanics of running the gun, that's not a hard shot. And yet I was missing that shot repeatedly because I was busy looking at the target versus looking at the front sight post. So I've had to go back here, I've had to come back here and go back to the basics and say to myself, front sight, front sight. Woo, that's to the right of it. You know, it is a blazing fast sight picture. It is the good enough sight picture. Now I'm making the times. Ah! You know what? I'm leaving those in, man. This guy's handgun is work. Any shoulder-fired weapon, it doesn't matter what it is, shotgun, PDW, PCC, rifle, doesn't matter. Any shoulder-fired weapon, that's easy. That's literally a couple hours work and you are dialed in. Handgun, that's days upon days upon days of work to just, let me be clear what I'm saying. That's days upon days upon days of work to just reach efficiency. And then if you're not on it as on a weekly basis, you're going to lose it rapidly. Didn't even find the front side post on that one. You know what? I better move that over just a skosh. There's a piece of rebar in the base of that target. I'm not the only one who shoots out here, so people come out here and skip rounds through my stuff and then don't tell me anything about it. Actually, that's a bad stance. That's a bad position to be in. Over the years, I've been shown a lot of ready positions. Well, ready positions and or retracted, recovered positions where air marshal ready is this one. There's this one where I can clearly see everything going on in front of me, and I can also see the front sight with my dominant eye, which is left. There is this position, which I really like this one. This is from Dave Spalding. And this is right after you've shot and then you turn and then you're looking for other threats, and this hand is in a position, should someone reach for their weapon or try to strike you, you can push off and you can begin shooting from right here. There is this position, which I really do not like. There are a lot of problems with this position. First of all, I've lost peripheral vision, a lot of peripheral vision on the left side, and to mitigate this I have to go all the way back to here. But at this point I'm actually causing myself to cant my head to one side. Not to mention, in this position I'm putting myself in a position where the arms, which are used for balance, are now both tied up on the handgun, and all it takes is someone coming up from behind and cracking me like this with a fist, and my own handgun pops me in the side of the face, and then they just simply pull the gun right out of my hand. I don't like this position. This position is heavily taught and heavily defended by a bunch of people who think it's all kinds of awesome to run with their muzzle in the air. Sorry guys, I'm not there with you. You're welcome to have your own opinion. Just woosah. Woosah, papi. Take it easy, okay? This is my video, this is my opinion. Had a lot of handgun. I've had a lot of handgun training, guys. In fact, I may have to count it off. To date, I've had 65 classes, and I need to find out what the balance is on that. Depending, I need to take a look because I'm not really sure if I've had more rifle or more handgun training. I have to check. But suffice it to say, I've had a crap ton of handgun training, and here's the deal: even when I go to rifle training and or shotgun training, there's still a lot of handgun. So, okay, so yeah, so I have had more handgun training than anything else. And rightly so, the handgun is the weapon you have with you. It is your primary if you're a private citizen, or a police officer for that matter. When I was a cop, I knew that my handgun wasn't my tertiary, it was actually my primary. Primary, secondary, tertiary, rifle, shotgun, handgun, in the hierarchical structure of defensive weapons. No, it's not blowing hard out here at all. In the hierarchical structure of weapons, handgun is tertiary, third. But to the private citizen and the police officer, it actually is a primary weapon. Back to work. See, now I'm trying to figure out which position to take. Yeah, I'm getting better. The key to this is relaxing the vision, which is really hard for me to do. To relax my vision where I see everything. My eyes are here, my target is, in fact here, my eyes are here and this camera is the target, and the camera and the gun has to be brought between the two. Basically, the handgun bisects the line between eyes and target, and then you have to find that flash sight picture which is good enough to get the shot. Well, good enough to aim small and miss small, because you're always gonna miss. If I'm aiming at the guy's zipper, the zipper right here, okay? If I'm aiming at the zipper, ain't no way I'm hitting the zipper. But if I aim at the zipper, then there's a high probability that I actually will hit this guy in this area right here. Aim small, miss small. And the funny thing is, every time I do this, I find myself going, I'm running out of time, I'm running out of time, and then I take the shot and that's 0.94. I got the shot. .87. Yeah, 0.82 what I missed. Oh, really? .86. All right. I'm gonna keep working, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Work, guys, work. And by the way, you'll notice I'm not expending a whole lot of ammunition doing this, but I am getting a lot of practice out of it. So I'm able to come out here, and with dry practice, which is just boring to watch on video, but with dry practice, I'm able to get, I'm able to stretch ammo. In fact, here, let me show you real quick dry practice. Dry practice for me goes something like this. And by the way, I know someone's going, ew, Abner flinched. Let me give you a little short story. True story. Because I was standing there when it happened. I was at a Frank Proctor class years ago. And Frank was demonstrating something with empty gun. And he brought the gun up, pulled the trigger, and the muzzle did that. And the student, I might even show you a photograph of it. And the student goes, oh, you flinch it back. And Frank did this. Let me take my glasses off so you see. Frank had the gun out, right? And the student goes full retard. And Frank goes, hey, imagine Clint Eastwood on Gran Torino. That look. Get off my lawn. And I remember going, wow. First of all, that kid just had a complete brain mouth filter malfunction. The second issue was the fact that you would actually think to laugh at a person that you don't even know, to laugh at the instructor, and to actually think that's appropriate. There are so many levels of broken in society right now. I just gave you 4 of them. I've heard from multiple instructors. Wow, this video is going to take a side detour. I've heard from multiple fellow instructors who say it has gotten so ridiculous. Students want to come out and they want to argue with you. In fact, when you go to train with, actually, I'm not going to tell you the guy's name. There's an instructor that I trained with last summer who very bluntly said something that I have chosen that I'm going to adopt. He said, when you come to train with me, I don't care who else you've trained with. I don't care what that person taught you. You're here to try it my way. If you don't want to try it my way, pack your shit up and leave. And I was like, boom, there it is right there. Okay. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, isn't it? Why would you argue with the instructor about what you learned from somebody else? Shut up! You're there to learn their way. This is why I just showed you a few minutes ago all the different ready and or recovery positions that I've been taught. I know all of them, which means I can apply any of them at any time. If I'm around a vehicle, if I'm around another person, I automatically know whether to retract the gun this way, this way, this way, this way, position Sul, any number of different positions that I can use to either ready or recover, because I've been shown all of them. But if I'd gone to a class, I was actually at a class one time where the instructor told the student to do something and the student actually said to the instructor, be prepared to not see me do that. Be prepared to not see me do that. I mean, I get you've paid money to be there, I get that. But if this is a just let, well, cool. If you're here to just let, fine. I'll just pull up a lawn chair and you'll be like, beep, all right, start shooting. All right, time's up, beep, go home. If you're there to learn, that's a different thing, isn't it? I'm not into just let training. I'm into learning, which is why I know what I know. Because every single time I've gone to training, I've made it a point to do it the way I've been shown, not the way I feel like doing it. So, this video has totally gotten off track, but like I said to you guys a few weeks ago, you guys are going to start seeing a very raw Abner because my crap filter is full, okay? My crap filter is full. After the absolute embarrassment that was the United States of America presidential election cycle, why are we pulling punches anymore as God-fearing, America-loving citizens? Seriously, just say it like it is, man, because the left is saying it like it is. You better start speaking up too. And on that note, I'll leave you with this. Get your handguns out and practice with them, because that's the weapon you have with you. That's the weapon that you need to become proficient with. Notice that I didn't use the word master. You are never, ever going to master the handgun. This weapon is too difficult to master. But you are going to get to the point where you are really, really good at it. And that point right there, someone's going to argue, well, guess what? I didn't make that up. The people that I learned that from are people who are former Special Forces operators, who are founders of things like IPSC and IDPA, and these are the people who are telling me and others around me in class, you will never, ever feel like you've mastered the handgun. There's always going to be one more thing to strive toward with the handgun, because this weapon is that difficult to learn. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out and practice. Have a good one. And just to let you go with a long shot, just because. Wow, that was actually in the chest too. Cool. Have a good one.